Alrighty family, let's go ahead and get into the weekly recap. This is the portion of the video where I tell you guys the highs and lows of last week and the strategy that I'm taking into next week. Y'all, this week was so intense. In the midst of all my planning, there were a lot of interruptions this week, I can honestly say, and things did not go exactly as planned, and that is okay. So as I'm getting into the highs, one of the biggest highs for me was that I learned to adjust to interruptions. It's one thing to have a plan. It's another thing to put that plan into action and be able to carry it out, even in the midst of disruptions and interruptions and a whole bunch of things you didn't plan for. So that was how my week went. It was a lot. I got less sleep than I would like, but for me, I've been very intentional this week specifically about making sure that I am killing the excuses. Yes, I did not get enough sleep this week. Yes, I was tired and I just wanted to come home and go to sleep. But like I said, I've been really keeping my why top of mind and has really been sustaining me. So that has been the biggest high of the week so far. The second biggest high is that I actually worked out this week. I'm so excited because that is something that I've been really wanting to do. I've been relying a little too much on those charged lemonades from Panera recently, but they have really been carrying me through, y'all. Sometimes in certain seasons where you have a lot on your plate, when you have more demand than you have capacity, sometimes you just need a caffeine boost, and that is okay. Judge your mama. I needed it. It worked for me. That's what we did. The third biggest high of this week was I launched the 7 Days of Discipline challenge, and by the time you see this, we'll actually be starting it on that Sunday. So you still have some time to join if you want to join last minute, but this is a challenge that God really put on my heart because I believe that there's a sense of urgency that He wants to develop on the inside of us to start getting things done and building up our discipline. There's about to become a time where we have more demand than we have capacity, and in order to bridge that gap, we really have to make sure that we are depending 100% on God and that we're keeping our word and doing what we say we're going to do, and also stewarding our bodies. I am really learning that in this season when there's so much that I have to do, that I really have to make sure that I'm fueling my body with what it needs, that I'm making sure that I'm building up my endurance physically, because it is a lot on your body when you are following God and walking in your purpose and having to balance all the other things that He's given you. You have to take care of your body. So I'm super excited about this challenge, and like I said, if you still want to join, you can click the link in the description box to join. Now on to the lows. I pretty much covered them in the beginning. Like I said, it was a very chaotic week to say the least. I didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked, and it's not because I didn't plan well. It's just because there are just some times where interruptions come up that you didn't plan for. Somebody needs more of your time than you anticipated, and things like that just happen. And so right now I understand that I'm in a season of execution, and so it's really important to me to just press through. It won't always be like this. There will be times where I'm getting my full 8 hours of sleep, and there will be seasons where I just have to push through and rely on the grace of God to carry me. And that is okay. I understand what season that I'm in, and so we just have to make the necessary adjustments. Now for the strategy that I'm taking into next week, I'm pretty much going to keep the same flow because I believe that it worked out in the end, but I am starting to do a little bit more time blocking than I usually would. Before I had a lot more flexibility in my schedule, but now I need to make sure that I'm getting certain things done at a time, and I don't always do that. Like I said, this particular season requires it from me. But other than that, that's pretty much the strategy that I'm taking into next week. I am super excited about everything that God is doing in my life and also in yours. I have been loving seeing you guys' comments, seeing the breakthrough and the revelation that you've been having. So keep them coming, and I will talk to you next week for our weekly planning session. If you know a friend who needs to get her life together, definitely send her this video so that we can all plan and grow together. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.